Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Asha Diamond, your most influential life pilot of this generation. So today, it's going to be a girl's day out. So yes, I know you've already seen Tatiana Haina in the sub video. So right now I'm on my way to meet her and we are both meeting at a place which you guys will see later in the video, so please don't fast forward the video. But first off, please, if you've not subscribed to her channel, subscribe. She's a food vlogger, she's a nice person, she's good, she gives great content. So please subscribe to her channel. I'm going to put her handle on the screen and in my description box. Okay, so hurry up. Oh yeah, go and subscribe to her channel. So I'm on my way to meet her and I took the beach road. Okay, so you just saw the Labadi Beach Hotel and La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, and I feel like La Palm Royal Beach Hotel is bigger than Labadi Beach Hotel. I guess I'm right, because look at the beauty. Like, look, just be looking. So yes, we decided to go out because we're bored. And you know, funny thing, I've never visited the Black Star Square and the Independence Arc before. Like, I use this road, but I've never alighted to check out like how the place looks like. Is that all funny? I'm using this road like on several occasions. I don't understand. Like right now, I don't understand. So guys, we are going to the no, I won't say it now. So of course I'm in a Trotsky, because why not? I'm in a Trotsky going to meet Tatiana. So she was already there and I was in a hurry because I was stuck in traffic. So I alighted and I don't know the junction I alighted at. Is that not crazy? Like, I don't know where I alighted. I don't know the name of the junction, but I know I'll alight here. Yes, I was walking to the entrance, and unfortunately for me, where I entered wasn't the entrance, it was the exit. I was so confused. I was like, is this not the entrance? The man was like, oh no, I should go through the reception. I was like, oh, sorry. So I went through the reception, and guys, the place is nice. Like, you guys will see. Like, okay, so now you know where we are, right? Yes. Kuma Memorial Park. Oh, I've been passing here, but I've never dropped to come in here. But because we decided to go out, and because the weather is too hot, and Ghana is too hot, and being in the house is even too hot, so we decided to go out. So we decided to come to the Kuma Memorial Park. And guys, the place is so pretty. Like, it's so beautiful. To me, I feel like the place is not that big for like a museum or a park. Like, I feel like, yeah, the history is there. Like, everything you need to know is right in there, but I feel like it's not big. Like, I don't know if you guys get me. When we're done with the tour, I feel like we didn't get enough. You get, like, there should be a place where children can play after they go on the tour. Even their bar doesn't have lots of drinks. Like, they just have alcohol and soft drinks. They don't have like no cocktail, no nothing. So right here, she was right waiting for me and I was late. Sorry, girl. So I was late. So we're about to go for our ticket. I can't remember the price. I think if you're a Ghanaian, it's either 50 cities or 60 cities. But if you're a foreigner, I think it's 100 cities. Yes, I think I should get that right. But just so that you know, you pay a ticket, okay? So note that if you're going, it's not free. If you're a Ghanaian, it's still not free. So please note that before you get there. So yes, this is the reception area. And oh, The place is so pretty, and you can see our grandfather right there. So, guys, that is the reception, and it's so nice. So, Tatiana met her subscribers, and even though she was with a hat, like with a face cap, the people recognize her based on her voice. Like, can you imagine? So, let's get into the video. And guys, sorry, you're going to hear lots of noise because the place is noisy. Like where we literally met the tour guide, the bar was right beside us, so they were jamming to music, and there were people selling. Like you're going to hear so many noise, but forgive me, okay? Forgive me for the noise. Even though it's not my fault, still forgive me, okay? So please do enjoy the rest of it, the video, the same way I did.
Welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Mohammed, and I'm going to be your guide. So the tour is going to take us almost 35 to 40 minutes. And things that we'll be talking about is the fountain, the sculptures, the big bronze statue of our first president, the mausoleum, the museum, and its extension. And we'll be ending the tour at the Freedom Wall. So as we move, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call my attention. Once again, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Start the move now. So between Togo and Benin, which country is that? Benin. But what's the time here? Because I was wondering, say, how come a country like the whole side is quite clean?
Okay. Benin, I don't know, the road number I never heard.
If a main road, no.
The road, I have to say. Look at why your construction is so beautiful. And I don't know, the developed country. So most of the time, roads, they are beautiful roads.
Yeah, they have nice.
And when you go to the coast side, it's superb.
Really?
Oh, you have these bees that stay, you have that. When you are doing
Okay, please, let's come closer. Do not stop. Okay, so during the colonial days, the British used to play polo on this ground. So a polo grounds where they were exercising their aristocracy. And at that time, blacks were not allowed to come in here. Till when the independence was granted. Then from the old Parliament House, the building just across the street. When the independence was signed from that end, where we have the big bronze statue of our first president was the exact spot he stood and made the first Ghanaian independence speech.
You are free
when
forever.
he died and gone.
Oh, that's
20 years later after his death, the same place has been converted to where his remains have been finally buried. So this is the first statue made for him when he died and gone. And the first one that he was portrayed in a southern tradition. His right hand and his forefinger stretching to a particular direction is now the slogan of his own political party, which is forward ever, backwards never. And we also have the horn blowers. Horn blowers, they form the traditional horn blowers, they form part of the southern tradition in the southern part of Ghana. When you go to the chief palace, they are the praise singers. So when there is a Deba and the chief is about to appear in the family, then they herald and announce his coming. So they are also here announcing the legacy and the coming of our first president. But in a real life situation, horn blowers don't kneel down. We don't even see them anywhere water. They need to be stood up, barefooted. They walk upright. Traditionally, they take the lead and the king follows. But seeing them in this state is just a reference or a respect to our first president. And water flows continuously, also represent the internal life. Though he's dead, we still believe he's still alive. That's why the young pioneers from his own political party said Nkrumah never dies, because he's deep, he's legacy still lives on. So over here, it is an internal homage that they are paying to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And far ahead, the drummer, and the one also in the smoke with the traditional guitar. These are culture we have in Ghana, the south and the north. In the olden days in the south, our forefathers used drums as a means of communication that we call talking drums. So bringing those two cultures together to symbolize unity, that makes this country one. Okay, because of the sun, let me talk about the mausoleum so that when we go there taking pictures, then we can easily move under the mausoleum. So the mausoleum actually symbolizes the life and the works of our first president. You know, at the beginning of his political career, he was talking about a political unification of Africa. And as such that, he also initiated a 7-year development plan for this country that saw a massive transformation. For instance, the building of the Volta River Dam, the harbor, and the factories. Maybe to take his entire life to achieve more for that. But unfortunately, his government was ousted in 1966. So that's the unfinished work or a truncated vision. So now, when you take a good look at it from the base to the top, it looks like a trunk of a tree. So it is like those trees when our farmers, after their hard day works, when they return, they sit under it, and we call it a gossip tree. So Nkrumah never dies, but he's resting under a tree. But the tree is truncated here just to show the disappointment in his achievement. And the black star also represents the hope of black people all over the world. And the inspiration came from Dr. Marcus Garvey. Okay, so let's get there and take some pictures before we... off from the metal casket into a wooden one as tradition demands and finally buried right over here. So we all said to be very three times. This place is the dead and the father resting. The monument is designed by a Ghanaian architect called Tatiana. The work was done by the Chinese with Italian marble. Due to his party at promoting unity of Africa, he married an Egyptian woman. And his marriage was politically arranged by the then president of Egypt, Dr. Gamal Abdel Nasser. So in 2007, the wife was also sick while she was in Egypt. But her last name on her sick bed was very close to the husband whenever she died. Eventually, she died in Egypt, but her name was not.
I'm remains new.
So they are in it. They are in that.
Yeah, remains. Hey. Oh, it's not Mr. Mesh.
Okay, so let's move on.
Now you're the one leading us. I ain't saying more about that. Why is his head chop off here? Well,
So it will get bigger.
is it Alaza?
Alazani.
It's not Alaza. When you Alaza?
Maybe I'm brave.
I don't know Alaza.
Okay. I said Alessandra Loren.
Aha.
Not Alessandra. The scientific name is whenever the food is ripe, then the bed. No, I never tested you, but I'm not advance you to. Otherwise, stay here. You don't want that. Okay, so when Nkrumah government was overthrown, he was vilified, castigated, and therefore his personal belongings were either loot, burnt, or vandalized. And this statue actually was erected when he was alive, and the statue used to be in front of the old Parliament House. So it is during the coup, out of annoyance, that the statue was vandalized by the angry mob. So the statue's head is gone, arm, fingers, and part of leg. So the body of the statue was even missing. Refound 9 years after the coup by the museum and the Monument Board of Ghana. And it was placed at the National Museum. Oh, this year. And in 2007, then it was loaned to the park. So that's why it was left in that state. But somewhere in 2009, the head of this statue that was missing for 43 years was also found, also returned. So that's why the head was separated from the body. Yeah. So now we found the head. We are still looking for the left arm. So in case you also have any information. So now this is the extension of the museum. And it is a tunnel, and the tunnel talks about the struggle of our independence. You know, any country that went through a struggle before their independence, their journey was never a smooth one. So Ghana was never an exception. Now, our forefathers sacrificed their life for us to have our freedom. So that's why when we open the door, you realize that the inside is painted black with except of Nkrumah's speeches he made when he was alive. Now, the most important stage in the history of this country, it is when Nkrumah stood on this ground and made the first Ghanaian independence speech. So life is such a way like a ladder, and you climb, and he himself becoming the first prime minister and the first president. So when we get into the tunnel, we will also go, when we get to the top, we stop for 2 minutes for some pictures before we continue. So after our independence, what happened? We had to develop the country. But unfortunately, along the line, his government was overthrown. Yes, so that's why we could see that the inside of the tunnel is painted black. As the exception that when we get to the top over there, that you realize that that place is painted black. That's the most important stage in the history of this country. Also, the most important stage in the history of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's life when he became the first prime minister. Yeah. So the museum inside, pictures are not allowed.
Okay, guys, so at this point, please forgive me if my phone is shaky because it was boldly written on the doorway before you enter that do not take pictures or videos, and the tour guide told us not to take any videos or pictures, but because I'm kind of stubborn, I had to still like I had to steal away to video for you guys so that you guys will see what's there and be part of this video. So at this point, if you've not subscribed, then it means you don't like me. Like all this effort, you still don't like me. What is wrong with you? So let's continue the video.
And the non-alliance movement. With Patrice Lumumba. So he met almost everyone. He met almost, he even danced with the Queen, where the Queen first visited them. Okay, so this is the statue where it was. So children were asked to stand and take a picture.
Oh, can't you see? It's me too. Good.
When you won the election.
This is Russia.
Putin.
Okay, that's him and his mom. So this picture was taken when he returned from 12 years absence abroad. So that's the picture there. So that's him and his wife and 2 out of the 3 children that they have together.
Is it fully Ghanaian?
Yes.
I thought you had said boy. Wow.
So that's him. They are my favorite is Topika Michael.
And who are they?
Topika Michael, who was also a political activist in the youth from US. And Miriam Makeba. You haven't heard about Mama Africa?
Oh. Mama Africa. I know Mama Africa, but I don't even know who it is.
South Africa.
South Africa.
She's from South Africa. Miriam Makeba.
Okay.
The one who's a Malaika.
No, Malaika.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
the old man there?
Maybe the
That's his greatest mentor. He's buried in Ghana here.
the man.
Yes. Cantonment. Okay.
Why did you go back?
Let's start moving. I thought we would see the picture where he's dancing with the Queen of Britain, but the picture is not coming. So that's his vision for Africa, and he met almost everyone. He met Nikita Khrushchev of the Soviet Union, and we also see him in another picture with President John F. Kennedy. Maybe the Queen's picture, the Queen dancing with the Queen, the picture will come. Yes, but even though if you don't see it, we will even see it in the museum also. Okay, all right, so let's move. So that's President John F. Kennedy, and he was here in the UK. And these are some of the excerpts of his speeches that he made when he was alive. So this is a short video of the speech that he made the day our independence was declared. This video was made at where the statue is standing outside. Okay, please. Let's be here for some 2 minutes for pictures. Okay, so after being overthrown from Ghana, he was made a co-president in Guinea. So this picture was taken was in Guinea as a co-president. And we also have him in a picture with Patrice Lumumba of Congo, who was also assassinated in 1961 cruelly. So
Hello. Is it the father of
no, the one that you are hearing
Of
is
now?
from Kenya, but he is from Congo. He was the first prime minister of Congo.
Yeah, she said, he has met.
That's his son. The one with the Maya bed.
Yeah.
That's his son.
That's his father. Because what I know that he was named after this man. But he's from Kenya. The one on the YouTube, he's from Kenya. But this one is from Congo.
Like a godfather.
So just
It was so bad.
this
That
one.
led to his death. Yeah.
Ah, yes. He was even dismembered. He was dismembered. So it is only his teeth when that release pregnant. Yes. So he was dismembered. So now, this is the area view of his birthplace. And that's his birthplace. And he was born on September 21st, 1909. Since 2009, his birthday has become part of our public holidays in Ghana. So he was once trained as a teacher in Accra here, and he won a scholarship to study abroad. So he studied in the US and also in London. So once in London, that he had a call from home, asked to come back to help fight for our independence. But when he returned, he joined the leaders of the first political party. But in 1948, they were all arrested. Through that, they became popular. So in Ghana here, we refer to them as the Big Six. To honor them, that's why we have their faces on our money. Later, he broke away from the UGCC and formed his own political party, the CPP, in 1949. Then he incited public disorder against the British, and they had him arrested. He was tried and convicted. 3 years in prison. Whilst in prison, he won an election, so he was forced to be released. So till tomorrow, the prisoner became a prime minister. This is how he was released. He had to now work with the British. Till when the time was due for us, he stood on this ground and made the first Ghana's independence speech. He became a prime minister in 1960. When Ghana attained a republican status, he was therefore sworn in as the first president of Ghana. You've seen the tomb of the wife. In all, he had 4 children, 3 with the wife, but he had his eldest son before marriage. His eldest son is one of the leading medical doctor who is currently retired in Ghana. His first son, from the marriage, he is in Egypt as a news editor. His daughter, she is involved in politics in Ghana. And the youngest son currently is also lecturing in the US. Yeah. So that's his piano. And the picture of him and the former UN General Secretary, Dakamashon, who also died in a plane crash during the crisis in Congo in a suspicious circumstances. Till today, we don't know what actually led to the plane crash. Yes. Now, from here we are going into the museum. Everything that you see in the museum was used by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, or was used for him. For instance, the original casket that brought his remains back from Guinea is also in the museum, and other relics that he used when he was alive. The museum is divided into 4 sections. It talks about the childhood, education, and the family life. The second stage talks about the political life. The third talks about achievement and gift. And the fourth and the last stage talks about overthrow, demise, and tribute given to him by some of his peers. Yes, so he was also a prolific writer. He wrote 14 books and 5 pamphlets. And in 1965, he published a book titled The Neo-Colonialism, the Last Stage of Imperialism. So this book did not go down well with the US. So a letter of protest was sent to him for those books to be retrieved from the market. Though they came in by the way influencing his policy by funding the Volta River Dam. But at the same time, Nkrumah was also welcoming the Soviet Union leaders. So these are some of the things that actually led to his downfall. But until in the mid-80s, when it was asked to declassify some of the CIA files that has to do with his overthrow, that's when we knew that they actually masterminded his overthrow. They were so scared. And in the 60s, Ghana was developing a nuclear reactor. You know, all these things actually scared them. That's why they influenced the soldiers with money and they made them. That's what
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They keep you all like. Really nice.
I don't know what
So you get down, then you take your right.
Yeah, directing us. Take a right. Then. Should we go? Ah. Right. Mirror you. And I didn't. Yeah. I'm mirror tell.
Lincoln University, US, was using this mirror there.
Hey, we can move away. Already.
It's actually.
This is the student numbers used as a student at Lincoln University. So I'm putting US.
So at this point, the tour guide saw me recording, so he asked me to stop. So sorry, I stopped. But we'll continue. Oh, where we're saying this? Okay. This is the final stage of our tour, the Freedom War.
Freedom War.
Yes, with the various portraits of our first president. From the time of independence, at the time his government was every is not permanent. Yes, smiling, then yes, thinking and
That's why I should.
yes, so and we also have the famous quote. Yes, so here comes the portrait of. Yes, and we also have the stand over there. Maybe from here you can also walk through the stand and see what is going on over there. So it is on this note that we come to the end of our talk.
Thank you very much.
You are
As soon as like Uji says, and right? Yeah.
I think after the tour you can have but actually
Yeah.
just and that's even this one. Oh,
Yeah, we have Kwame Nkrumah. We didn't see it, so we went to the cemetery of Kwame Nkrumah. We are at a cemetery. Very nice cemetery.
Yes, yes. And it's interesting. The place is very beautiful.
It's very pretty.
Very beautiful. It looks big, but
It's so small.
yes. I wanted more. I wanted to see
Just
more.
now we are done with the tour.
Exactly. Oh, I wanted more.
I wasn't expecting all this, you know.
Eh.
So guys, after taking in some chilled soft drink, I decided to give you guys the view. Like, look at the view. Just look. It's so pretty. This is how the view looks like if you're standing in the bar. Like if you're in the bar, that is how the view looks like. And the bar is so nice and simple. So yes, that's all you get to see. So come with your friends and your family, okay? You're gonna love it. Can't wait, yeah. Lunch is out. And I still in time. I'm more spray, yeah. I just that. Eh? On bad now.